Good morning, Harrison Central. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Harrison Central. Today is January 17th, and I am Peyton with your morning news. There are a few announcements today. The Air Force will have a recruiter visiting in the cafeteria on January 17th during the high school lunch period. Please go to school links to register to visit with him. Freshmen and sophomores, don't forget about the upcoming visit to the Belmont and Harrison Career Centers. See Mr. Richards for more information. Now let's send it to today's weather forecast.
For lunch today, the cafeteria is serving popcorn chicken, golden corn, assorted fresh vegetables, and diced peaches. And now let's send it to Emily with this week's birthdays.
We'd like to wish the following people a happy birthday this week: Maddie Butler, Chloe Dotson, Kaysen Heidi, Katrina Carmen, Peyton Visser, Caitlin Moss, Ariana Dorn, Kimber Rogers, and Olivia Dalkowski. Now let's send it to Taylor with World News.
Hope everyone enjoyed their 3-day weekend as we celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday. Martin Luther King Jr. Day became a federal holiday in 1984 when President Bill Clinton signed the Service Act into law. Martin Luther's most famous work was his I Have a Dream speech, which occurred in 1963 in front of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Martin Luther King Jr. gave a speech to speak on his dream of ending segregation in the United States. Now let's send it to Nate with this week's extracurriculars.
Starting with last week's events, girls basketball team played Beaver Local on January 9th. JV won with a final score of 6-4, and varsity also won 70-36. They also played against Indian Creek on Thursday. JV lost with a score of 10-25. Varsity also lost with a score of 39-54. The boys team played Edison on the 10th, and both JV and varsity teams won. JV ended the fourth quarter with 68-26, and varsity with a final score of 86-45. The boys varsity team plays at home against Cameron. They also play against Weir High School on Friday evening at home. Also on the 10th, the bowling team had a match against Barnesville. The JV girls team won 13-03 to 8-38. The JV boys won 11-74 to 14-04. Girls varsity had 17-01 to 16-08, and boys varsity unfortunately lost with 19-15 to 19-63. The bowling team had a match on Thursday as well. The boys varsity won with 1986 to 1745. On Tuesday, the bowling team will participate in the Buckeye 8, and they have a match against East Liverpool later in the week. The wrestling team had a match against Cambridge, with JV starting with a loss of 24-42. Varsity ended with a win of 54-21. There will also be a varsity wrestling match on Thursday and Friday for OVACs. This week, on Wednesday, the junior high boys basketball team plays away at Union Local. The boys play Union Local and the girls will play Richmond Edison. And the junior high boys team will play at home on Thursday against Bel Air. Now let's send it back to the studio.
That concludes today's news. Thank you for watching.